group stage, which was Mineski VXV, they had Bat Ghost, who played usually most of the time was the Breach, but now we'll be seeing, I believe, Realist, who I've not seen before, will be on the Cypher. And this map, if you guys are wondering, is picked by Bren, and Agent Nefarious will be starting, of course, on the defending side. Yeah,
so a couple of good points as well. I mean, Bat Ghost was really present yesterday for his team. You mentioned him being subbed out today.
Yeah.
Well, not yesterday, excuse me, in the previous days of VXV, but I'm a little bit surprised to make this to see this kind of change coming out in the middle of a tournament like this. And I mean, you can consider it an advantage, like you have a different player. It's kind of very much like traditional sports, you know. You have a different player who you feel might be better on a certain day against a certain kind of team, and that's always good to have.
It might also be because, at least this is what I've seen, Bat Ghost, he was kind of relegated to use the Breach a lot, which maybe was Agent Nefarious trying to integrate that particular agent to their strategies and whatnot, right? And he really didn't explode with that, whether it was his timing or his teammates trying to kind of force the issue after his flash. It did not really work into the favor of Nefarious, and honestly, their run on Group D was not as spectacular, but now they're just going to go straight up into it as Dubstep is on the Fury, the Flurry with the Frenzy, and A is theirs.
They just find these picks real quick here. Version getting traded up by Borkum right now. It's a 2v3 retake. Advantage Bren. As they do find the advantage. Bren's Dubstep yet again finds that kill. 3 kills for him this round on that Jet, proving why he is so lethal. Nexi, the only one left standing here. Can he find the heads? Does he have the time? He does have 2. Will be spotted out. His Identify is given away. And Borkum will make that short, quick and easy round here. That's a nice pistol round to start off the day. And Bren lead with a 1-0.
Usually when you're going to be on the pistol, you kind of just want to go for a C, because that's the area where it's most straightforward. You just get a control of C-Long, and then you just use Dubstep to just charge right in. The principle was there. Go for, it just was A rather than C. And they honestly just make quick work. And it just goes to show. One of my notes here that I really put out for Bren is that they have a lot of set strats. And these strats they have perfected already for themselves, especially against these other PH teams, wherein PH teams have yet really to figure out the timings of Bren, which makes Bren into such a difficult opponent to deal with, because you have to figure out so many things and you have to figure them out quick, or else you're going to get caught with your pants down, and that's the pants down that you're definitely not going to be looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting caught with your pants down very rarely an enjoyable experience. Sometimes,
maybe.
I mean, sometimes, but most of the time, not very fun. It is, of course, going to be towards A, where we will be sort of seeing heavy presence of Bren, though. They're going to be rotating off of that, and sure enough, AG does sort of sniff that out as well. They will be... they're doing a little bit of a cha-cha here, aren't they? It's like A to out and then back to A now. And I think what would be good is, like, since they have 3 people anyway and they're on an eco, maybe just go for a little bit of a push towards A. That might work out for them. 3-man push. But they have the Sova actually going for that push. Now they're going towards C here for the side of Bren. Spike should be going down. No one really to contest. And it's going to be Ching to open up the site.
30 seconds left.
So what they just did was clinical. It's a standard play. You try to kind of feel the site, the map a little bit, just gotta go for B, go for A, and force their opponent to use their utilities. Let's see if it's going to be Draximov to take out ahead. It's not going to happen as Ching gets that 3K, and of course that was a prime gaming flawless by Bren Esports as they take that second round. Now here we go. It's going to be Agent Nefarious with the first buy of the day.
First gun round right now. We do see a Bulldog still onto Ching, but he's not really going to be having a problem using that. He's never been averse to using the Bulldog by any means right now. On the other side, Jesse Vash, Borkum, not really seeing what they're picking up, but Bren's Dispenser does have a Spectre in his hands. Now, Version, I'm not sure what he's going on. He does have a Vandal right now, but it's going to be a quick pick to start off the round here. Good way to open it up. And Dubstep, who is basically the entry fragger, goes down. Version and Draximov, nice crossfire setup here towards short. And they're going to get the kill towards Sewer. Draximov yet again gets that trade-off, and it's really good teamwork that we're seeing here. Finally, the crossfire is basically broken down, but Kev's so ready. Nice tap from Kev's right there to finish off that round and take the first gun round on the board here for AG Nefarious.
That was beautiful. So if they know that Bren will challenge the short or the sewer area, right? Why not put your most aggressive agents there, Draximov and Version? Granted, they might get taken down, but if not, they're going to be able to dominate that just because of their pure mobility and fragging power. And if Draximov gets a kill, he will be able to go for the Slurpees and get that nice little, HP back, which really worked with Nefarious in the end because Bren took so much time trying to deal with that, and they don't really have that explosive killer to work with. With Borkum using his run it back, it definitely was not enough.
They kind of just sort of peeked out and one by one here and there. And this time they're heading towards C. This time with just a Sheriff, Dubstep does not get the headshot in. Will be going down right here, but the spike will drop as well. They're going to be planting it towards C. Now the rotations will come in. They still have a lurker here. Dispenser is going to be trying to be sneaky towards this garage area, sort of maintaining control, making sure no one really flanks them. But there are a number of traps getting in his way, though. Dispenser could get the timing right here if he actually goes into garage now, but Version, things are getting a little bit hairy as Borkum gets that kill, and 2 kills for Borkum right now. Ching in the corner going down, and Dispenser, the lurker, the last player left standing. Let's go to him real quick and see, as currently it is a 1v3 situation in the smoke, but only able to find one. Oh no. Okay, he has the time.
Out of charges.
Oh man, that was close. Dispenser almost. I'll use it once, guys. Almost dispenses the clutch right there for Bren Esports. My goodness. But granted, AG Nefarious were very, very much aware of where Dispenser could be coming from. That smoke, though, from Nexi could have been their mistake, but they were quick enough to at least punish Dispenser before anything else. And thankfully as well, Version was able to have the spike, which if he wasn't, that could have been a slap in the face of Nefarious. Now, it looked like, again, it was a really good post plant for Dispenser here, or for Bren, but AG Nefarious showing to us that they have strength in numbers, and their execution, even as a 3-man pushing simultaneously, can really outmaneuver or overpower Bren at this point. And now Bren might be in a weaker buy, which they are.
Oh, nice pick off right there. Dubstep, he gets Nexi off timing right after the paranoia comes out, but Draximov and Realist, they're biting back here. Draximov going down in response, and the B site now fairly open as a Realist once again will get that spike down, leaving us in a 1v2, and Borkum, the only person left standing, he's alone, trapped in the corner over here by Gong in a 1v2, has to retrieve the spike, and he peeks out by any of these angles. He has to deal with 2. Not going to be able to do it because Realist gets his 3rd in that round, and they just absolutely had that hold on lock here. AG taking the lead, 3-2 right now. This is really good stuff from AG Nefarious. An amazing start to this best-of-3 series for them. Can they hold on to it, though?
We'll see, as Dubstep actually buys the operator right about now. You know Dubstep, when he finds those angles, if you allow him to set up, even for just a split second, he's going to be primed and ready to take that shot. And where he is looking at, where he is going to be forcing himself is going to be on a long. Version's going to be the first contact here. He's got to be careful because one wrong step could be life and death. Version comes out, Kevs gets a kill. That's really good because that Jesse Bash, that is a lot of the info gathering of Bren immediately shut down, but Borkum still does have his ultimate. Notice somebody is onto the corner, chases it, but the run back will at least lose its duration. And Ching comes in with the big flanks. He's going to be on Heaven. They know where he is, but this is the pinch that they were needing. No, not even Heaven. He was on Hell.
Oh, wow. The big brain plays right there to go to Hell instead of Heaven. He was not expected at all. Nobody was looking in his direction. They thought he went above. And he gets a really clever play right here. Brings the round back for the side of Bren. Now Realist, he does have a good opportunity here. He does kind of get behind the enemy lines a little bit. Paranoia will catch him out though, and doesn't really matter because they're all rotating towards C now. And this should be a free plant, and the round secured more or less by Bren. Realist has a lot to do. He's got a lot on his plate. Let's talk a little bit about that play by Ching, man. He single-handedly brings that round back. And Without his from the shadows right there, because he got like 3 kills from that play. Without that from the shadows, I don't even think that this round would have been this close.
That was such a risky but big brain play from Ching. All right, let's see if Realist can save this operator. Looks like it can't. But back to the point of matter of hand, right? I've actually done this play as well before, but I have no idea why it works. And now we see Ching doing it, and it actually makes a lot more sense now. He put the smoke on Heaven, had a little bit of gap to the right so that people might think he's going to be teleporting there. And the sound from the shadows, whether you're up or down, or you're high or low, it doesn't matter. It sounds similar or almost the same. So Ching was able to play the fake on Heaven and actually be on Hell, and everybody was looking like he's going to be on top there, guys. Somebody has to deal with him. It's actually going to be Realist to try to manage, but then they're like, why is somebody shooting us from behind? It's Ching. So again, just big brain plays coming out from Bren here.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed just watching this stuff. And oh my god, Version! He dashes through! The play, he gets bumped by the owl drone! That's gotta suck! I didn't even know you could do that!
It's solid. It's a barrier, man.
Yeah, but Jet,
I don't know.
dashing through gets slowed. That's a big pickup though. Realist finds 2 with a stinger before he goes down. And these past 2 rounds have been a little bit rough on Dubstep. He's been sort of the butt end of the kills for the past couple of them.
He's still gotten like a pretty substantial like 6-5-1. So even though we're kind of seeing him die left and right here, it hasn't really mattered as much because these are kind of like fadeaway kills from Agent Nefarious, right? Where it's like, again, they can't really clutch anymore. They know where they are, so might as well just charge them in and make it very expensive for them so they can't save the weapons that they have and what have you. And honestly, it just works out for Bren because even if Dubstep dies, as long as somebody can pick up that operator, they can still keep, buying the regular rifles and be okay with it. Now, I believe you are going to be on a tactical pause from the looks of it. Maybe we'll have something that says it right there. I'm not entirely sure. But in any case, you are seeing Agent Nefarious having so much difficulty. And I honestly think it is because that they're not catching what Bren is throwing at them. And by that, I mean, it sounds general, right? But with that, I mean, is if you think about it, Bren's strategy is just to kind of bamboozle Agent Nefarious a lot here, wherein either they use the ultimate or whatnot and kind of combo after that. That's what's really good here, because there's 2 layers to the Bren attack as of the moment. It's the regular strat, and then there's that extra little flavor that kind of messes up the Agent Nefarious' read on what Bren wants to do. And perfect example for that, again, is the Ching play when he did the From the Shadows. Not only that, though, is that, honestly, I don't know, they're just able to catch these opponents. If they make a mistake on A, they're just going to rotate back to C, and it really does make it difficult for Agent Nefarious to adapt and basically, again, to read Bren.
Yeah, and the way Bren has been playing lately, it's a little bit surprising. Normally when you see an op, what you normally do is like you have your opper, like let's say Dubstep, going in and sort of slow playing the round, just hoping that the opper gets picks like that. But Bren, they don't really change their playstyle on top of that. What they've been doing is that they've been hitting sites anyway. They just go and execute and they hit the site, and then if Dubstep gets a kill or not, it really doesn't matter because they still manage to get the site. So I think the hope for that, and I think the play for that is to have him hopefully maybe survive until the end of the round and then be effective towards those long range angles and whatever. Because he's been dying with that op, I think 3 rounds in a row. I don't think he's even gotten a single kill with that op in the past 3 rounds. Not to say that it isn't effective. It's just more of, the way that the rounds go.
Yeah.
He just hasn't been able to get anything done with it.
At least there's still a threat, and it's on attack. So
I mean, it's like the Bren offense isn't centered around the Dubstep op.
True. Very true. Right now, actually, they have a lot of options if you think about it. Because again, oh damn it! Oh yeah. Okay, fine.
When you have multiple ops on the team.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I think the strategy for Bren right now, and again, it's not the be-all end-all, but they're kind of win conditions that they're setting for us is Dubstep is just there to die. And it just kind of makes sense because of how many deaths he has, at least on the attacking side, right, where he has 5 deaths already. And if you look at it, it has been, I think, Ching and Dispenser who kind of follows up onto that. And then Borkum and Jesse Bash are just there to kind of get the information and block out the site. And again, we can't really talk about it as much anymore because, again, we haven't really continued with the game. I think it is going to be a technical issue right at the moment, so we do apologize for that one, guys. But check this out. We have a drone just flying around on Haven. Can we actually spot while we're raiding here? And again, before the match resumes, do you have any secret spots on Haven? Because I know that we see that in like First Strike and Ignition series, but can our controller do something like that?
There is a secret spot. I mean, the one that I saw lately on Reddit was the one on Heaven. Like, you know, that stairs going towards Heaven, you can get up on boost as Sage, and then you can... But, I mean, it's hard to get there in the first place. You know that little boost spot on the stairs of Heaven where you go up, and then you can jump behind the ledge and walk up to the corner? That one I saw on Reddit, and that was really nasty. No one would ever check that. Yeah, so there's a spot over there that you can hang out in. And this is... I'm just waiting for the next... You know, the next crazy boost weird place to happen, you know. Thing.
Okay, if you guys want to watch a crazy boost, especially with the Sage, check out Grimm. Was it Grimm? I have been really fascinated right now with the battle stage. I can't do the boosts myself, but if you can, like, angle it and time it correctly, and you just know the setup for it, it's incredible because you get these angles that people will not be able to react to. And that is why Riot has nerfed the Sage wall once again, where you cannot put the wall anymore pre-round. It has to be during the round start, and that is just sucky for them. Now look at this. Version is on the operator. He is going to be... Where is he positioned? He's actually going to be the C-long area, as 2 are going to be pushing from that one. This will leave middle a little bit exposed, but they do have Realist's camera that will situate himself there, which should be able to hear as well Sewer if Bren do decide to kind of go a little bit too aggressive. Both of these owl drones will be used on A-long from both of the Sovas, which should give a little bit more information on AG Nefarious' kind of dealings here. But look at the positioning on Ching on C-long, that he has that nice little boost angle. Was heard when he threw out the smoke, but Bren is still looking at A, knowing that there might be some shenanigans coming in from the C. Dubstep is going to be charging right in, and Borkum, I don't know how he keeps doing it, but he has... Like, for the past match already, has had, like, 3 opportunities to use his run it back, and he's used it 3 times, which is crazy.
Exactly where
and currently, now they're going to be hitting A, though. The flank should be coming in as soon as possible. That's from the shadows towards Heaven already. Or Hell.
Exactly.
Next he gets that kill, and Dispenser will trade it out, though, but the spike will be going down regardless. That's going to be a nice kill to follow that up, getting Dispenser, who's trying to sneak through the back, leaving us with Jesse Bash in a 1v3 here. Tapping away towards Heaven. He gets it straight onto 1. The follow-up's not there. Realist gets his 3rd kill, and it's the Cypher Realist. Almost, I think, every other round he's been coming up with these triple kills, these double kills. I am so impressed with how Realist has been playing this game. He's been phenomenal thus far. The map control that he gains at the start of the round, and the way he closes out the rounds has been so good. Look at that, 10, 5, and 1. He's performing phenomenally for AG Nefarious right now, keeping things so close with Bren.
Yes, this should do.
And again, I just like how AG Nefarious are not really going for the standard setup. They're challenging the side sites, which is A and C, just to make sure that Bren's not going to be able to harass into that. And I think Bren as well, they don't want to go for middle for some apparent reason. Maybe it's just something that they really like doing a lot more. Ching is going to be going for that nice little boost spot once again because he doesn't want any long control whatsoever. And people got to be worried about his little off angle that he's kind of allowed himself. Draximov is going to be on the first peak here, and let's see if he's going to be antsy enough. And Dubstep, not going to work out. Version's just too quick on that trigger, and this is the spot for AG Nefarious. This Haven is getting locked down by the challenging team, but they knew. 1-for-1 trade, make that 2-for-1 as Borkum finds Version hovering over somewhere on the mid side, which forces Realist to also move in, and Bren, they're looking for C.
And towards C will the spike go. tapping away, making sure to draw out something, maybe try to bait out a reaction, but no one's really biting right here. They do keep it does keep Nexi onto site after that shock dart lands, and they're going to be rotating towards A here. They're doing a really good job, and this is what I like to see from Bren. They do a really good job of keeping AG Nefarious guessing here. That's the recon towards A right now. Gotta try to get some information. It's Kev's plastic come up huge. He misses his opportunity to take down Borkum, and that was a golden chance for him there to bring that round back into his favor. That could have been a 2v2, but Borkum finds a third. 30 HP left. Doesn't even need to heal right now. Now Nexi, he has to find 3, and it's not going to be easy right now. See if he can do it, however, as he inches his way closer and closer onto site. Looking for 1. He's going to get around that corner. He finds it. Where's the refrag? Not yet. Just still sneaking about here. That's the recon dart, and he's going to be taken down from behind. Jesse Vash right there. Nice play. Relying on his teammate from short to cover his 6.
5-4, still not a bad outcome here for AG Nefarious. We might see them kind of pop off a little bit later, as that's going to be on the attacking side. This is looking pretty good for Bren slightly. I do always like how they kind of, again, just kind of not commit to the site. If they know it's a bit too risky, they're going to go for something else, and they play around the information. So they kind of forced Garage on C, hoping to maybe get that C control, but immediately just back away as they get a couple of kills, which really does kind of strike confusion for AG Nefarious for what they kind of try to work around with that. So a couple of shock darts will be thrown, but it will just pass Realist. Although that the close range ghost might not be the best here, but Vash still playing careful, will use his Aldrone for that information. They know that they are going to be on the weaker buy here, so this is better off to get information first so that they can spot these crossfires that for surely AG Nefarious are setting up.
Version does have his Blade Storm, and that's always quite deadly here. Nexi, he gets 1. Dubstep misses everything, and Realist picks up the pace. Now, Dispenser and Borkum are there to bring things leveled. I mean, in their advantage at the very least, but Draximov, don't forget, he's very deadly on this Frenzy. He has been known to pop off with it. But in a 3v2 retake situation, I don't favor his odds exactly. But they are going to be trying anyway here. Borkum holding this close angle. It'll be Kevs go down, and Draximov will follow suit shortly. 3 kills again for Borkum, and that's the second in a row he's gotten at least 3. So great performance from Borkum. I am enjoying seeing him on this duelist role. Look at him, 14-5 and A. He was previously, for those who are watching at home, the lurker. He used to be sort of the Omen player. Now he's finding his stride here as a duelist. What do you think about that?
Again, that was like, what, a month back where they said that Borkum kind of does struggle to play something a little bit more different, as well as Cheng, but they're showing to us that they can mix it up a little bit more. Borkum's one of the ones that is forced to go for these more support-esque roles from time to time, where he plays Breach as well as Phoenix, and I think he's kind of finding that opening that he really needs. Not only lurking, but also entry fragging. Allows Bren to get that nice little amount of versatility with their strategies, and he's going to charge right onto the backside with this run at the back. He will at least diminish, goes back to initial point as Kev's spots. Spike will not get planted though, and this could be an opportunity here for AG Nefarious. The 1-for-1 in terms of the trades, and Ching into the backside. They still do have a couple more people that will be trying to go for the C side. They're going to force the plant here, and here comes the retake for AG Nefarious.
That's a shock dart. Gonna get that kill onto Dubstep. Kev's finding 3 kills right now, and he's making things happen for his team on that Sova. And it has been Sova's all day, all tournament long, to make things pop off for their team. Look at this cross here by Jesse Vash, and that's gonna be the Hunter's Fury coming out here. Can he find the kill? No, it's the sidesteps from Borkum. Let's see what he does. Kevs, he's found 3. He's found 4 right now, but the question is, does he have time? Kevs, is he going to get this clutch right now? It could be a Red Bull clutch. This is an amazing performance coming up here. He missed his opportunity, and he makes up for it in this round. A very crucial one at the end of the day here for Kevs. And really well played. He picks up the operator as well. Wow, man, what a play from Kevs.
A lot of people said that, it's going to be Version, it's going to be Draximov to get a lot of the impact plays here, but nobody has really put the the limelight, the spotlight for Kevs. When we saw him during the group stage on the Ascent map, I believe he was the one who clutched a lot of the rounds for AG Nefarious there, especially with his lineups on that Shock Dart. Never sleep on the good Sovas because they can always catch you off guard. And we have been seeing a lot more teams here say we need to find a dedicated Sova, and somebody like Kevs really does give that nice little flexibility here for Agent Nefarious to set these nice little lineups up. And Dubstep has sneaked his way onto A-Long. Not really sneaked his way, but they know he's there. But he is setting himself up as well. Version's not going to get spotted, and that's just going to be the wall bang. Can Kevs hold his angle? Not going to happen, as there's going to be 3 immediate kills here for Bren. Make that 4, and only Draximov to remain.
It's going to be a tough retake. Good entry. Good wall. What?
He saw the eye come out.
Yeah, and he timed the shot. Dubstep, you are just a disgusting
Switching
person.
sides.
He just knows the timing, you know, when he leers out and, you know, when he's going to peek out. And I just want to point out, like, the way that Bren adjusted to that last round, they didn't play execute style like that up until the very end. They did it at the start and they did it at the end, showing that they do know how to mix things up really quite well. You know, and I'm thoroughly enjoying, you know, watching Bren, their adaptive play style, the way that they change things up. They really caught actually AG off guard, and that's the thing though. AG was ready for that. If you saw, they had 3 players on site. They were ready for it. But at the end of the day, you know, Dubstep, Jesse Vash, they were really just able to break through the defense here of AG and make something happen for their team. See what they can do on the defensive side, however, as sides will now be swapping over. And AG now will be towards the offense. Dubstep, though, will get another opener. Ching will follow that up. And that's 2 quick kills right now for the side of Bren. I like this also about Bren, and you can really see that they know their defense on Haven, right? They like to play that aggressive style. They like to go for map control. And look at how much map control they have on a pistol right here. Look how Borkum is, how close he is. He's going to get these kills for free right there. He's going to pick up a ghost as well on top of it. Maybe picks up a flash, throws a flash rather, but... And that's I think he saw the spike as well.
So that's the thing that people, I think, don't really respect as much. If you push out on mid as the defenders, the mid in front of window is actually better for the defenders because you have more angles to pop out of it from, you know, compared to like the window where you just come in from the left side. Any case though, it's going to be left onto Draximov, who's going to be reloading, caught off as he was just to put the next mag into the chamber. Maybe he had a chance there, but Bren just going to deny any opportunity and shut that pistol round down. It's going to be now 8-5 with, look at this, that is going to just be hailing towards Agent Nefarious. And now that they are going to be relegated to either go for a force or a save, they don't really have many options. So we'll have to see later on where they decide to try to go for. Honestly, I think they might just want to try to go for A, get that sewer control. And this is what they want to go for. Smokes abound. Nova's going to be destroying the recon dart there as it spots out Version popping into sewer. So they got that information already. And Dubstep has the lineup, but not going to be able to get that kill.
Yeah. Version, though, he's been on form today. It's just that I think the rest of his team also need to sort of step up, you know, to the plate. You look at this team here. You got Kevs, who's been pulling off some good clutches. Draximov and Version, they've been, you know, having a decent crossfire, but they've been having a decent performance, setting up nice crossfires. And Realist has been phenomenal for his team. It's just that, you know, Nexi and some of the rest, they're just not popping off as much here. But before I get to that, Dispenser will go down, and Version with a ghost, finding 3 kills right now as they find their entry towards the C side. They still are at a gun disadvantage, so it's still going to be a tough retake. So we'll find out, because Borkum now brings it back here. 2v2 finds the MVP of that round. Nice flash, he gets 3! And Borkum once again will easily clean up that round, bringing us to a 9-5. Realist, look at that. He had 1 HP left, and it's a good opportunity for him. He was still alive, and pardon us, the interface is going a little bit haywire. I thought that was the last kill earlier too, and then I saw it on the mini-map.
Wow. I mean, Agent Nefarious, that was still like best case scenario for them. Able to force Bren to play that post plant, able to get the spike planted down. That is a lot of kills. That is a lot of creds that's going to be going into the bank for them. One of the things that might have been a little bit more difficult to kind of deal with is just Borkum, how he just comes in with the flurry and that nice little flash into the site. Honestly, if they were able to kind of just dodge the flash, maybe they had a chance there. And Borkum is just going to be charging right in. He has his run it back, so he's going to have support here, but that is just a freebie. The crossfire as well. Version thought that he had it already, but this is what I'm talking about. People think that they can get that run it back punish, but there was, of course, that support coming in from Vash.
Yeah, Jesse Vash knows better than to leave his teammate out in the open like that. You know, they were waiting for it. Actually, it was like...
I have the spike.
That was like a bait and switch right there. If he gets a kill, sure, with the run it back, sure, that's fine. Even if he doesn't, it will probably bait someone out to try, and then they triple swing. There were 3 people on that A-long angle right there. And that's just another masterful play. One of those small details that you really like to see from the Bren defense, you know. One of those set pieces that you see often from their side here. And Kev's now one of the last remaining members on the side of AG, trying to work their way towards that C side here. Kev's is good for the trade. Has to walk towards the side, looking for another frag, but Borkum will deny him as it finds our way into a 10-5 halftime. Sorry, 10-5 scoreline. And, you know, the momentum here, AG, they just can't build it. They've been winning some good rounds, but they just can't string those rounds together.
It's just the setups from Bren. Their ability to kind of string these skills of their agents that they picked up right now and just kind of challenge AG here. And AG's, I would say, over-eagerness to get these frags when they think that they have an opportunity. Bren just kind of reels them in, and it really is that just punishing. Because you saw against Version on that previous round, he was like, I got you, Borkum. And then Bash as well as Dubstep was on the corner. Draximov wanted to pick up another kill as well, but his teammate was just way too far forward. And you're seeing here that even though Version is an incredible jet player, if you pin more than one person against him, it might just be different. So he does get a fantastic headshot there, but it's definitely not going to be enough. They also spot our realist here onto the mid side, which with the Sheriff, it's going to be very difficult. And with that paranoia, could smell disaster. He could have even gotten Dubstep, of course, but Dubstep's just way too quick, and that's going to be the 11-5. 2 more, and Brent's going to get this game 1.
They net 1 kill, so they make it at least a little bit expensive, but this gun round is going to be very important right now. They cannot lose any more, quite frankly. You know, after this round, it could be 12-5. And, you know, AG started off this game so well. They started so strongly. And it's a little bit unfortunate that they couldn't build off of that. It's like when Bren switched to the defensive side, something just went off on Bren. They were able to aggressively push and take map control. You know, those nice defensive setups. And that's also one of the biggest strengths of Bren, I suppose, is to keep the, you know, offense on their toes all the time.
Nefarious, their strategies here, their setups being countered by Bren one after the other. You can just see Bren, how they kind of react to the stimuli, the audio cues that they hear, and they just kind of snap forward. But check this out. Realist was able to come into the back of sight. Borkum, or Chin rather, has his angle, but Realist is under forward. He has to be careful because, of course, there's going to be that refragger in the name of Jesse Bash. But as AG do find a couple of kills, a kill, though, on the A side, they're going to be pushing in with Draximov, who does get flashed on his own. Still able to find one, but the pulse from the recon dart will allow Bash to get that second kill. And Dispenser is on the prowl, leaving Version and Kevs to try to get this site, but it's a 2v2, and a hope, a dream, and a chance is now possible for AG to finally get their round. But again, Dispenser is still on that lurk.
He's made, you know, the long way around here. It took the long journey to get towards A-long, and he could get 2. He finds 1, and he's going for this trigger discipline, looking for the information here. It's not going to pay off, though. Kevs was ready for it. I love the idea to get more information, but just wasn't looking the right way at the end of it.
Get strong.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Trigger discipline comes in with you getting that information and peeking every single corner, but he did not check out the short cubby there. I'm actually not sure how to call that. Actually, I call that short cubby. In any case, though, oh, look at that. He was looking at sewer, hoping that maybe somebody was looking at the flank from where he was, thinking that, oh, since there's nobody on spawn, right? It's gonna be sewer or short. But oh man, that was just unfortunate.
What could have been, but definitely that shot from Dubstep will be something quite definitive as it makes short work of Draximov here. And AG will lose one person at the start of this round. Early on, they lose the early advantage. The
Joke's over. You're
11-6 now, though, and I'm a little bit concerned here because that's a lot of information right now given as well. Hunter's Fury will be deployed off the back of that information given. So, just like you mentioned, it's that stringing of these rounds together. Jesse Bash gets that punish on the camp with that Hunter's Fury, though, and it's leaving Version all alone with that op. And this mid presence, this mid play from Bren has just been so deadly. Almost every single time they try it, anytime AG goes towards mid, Bren is ready with a counterplay.
Yeah, everything is just, again, falling into place here. Whether it's Bren's ability to kind of understand how to throw out their utilities to counter, as well as those really quick dry peaks that just keep countering AG and Nefarious. Look at that. Draximo throws out a Leer, and the split second that Dubstep needed to hit that shot, he was able to. This is what I'm talking, that Dubstep is fatal on the defense on Haven here. Now Version left to his own devices. He can try to go for a clutch, but it's going to be very expensive if he dies because he is still on this operator. He does have the
10 seconds
spike
left
on hand, but oh no, is he going to be able to find one?
No, going to be denied completely. Match point now for Bren. Spike doesn't even go down. He was hoping maybe he could plant it for at least that extra 300 creds, but not going to happen today, and the money situation is scrappy, to say the least, here for AG Nefarious. A Bulldog, Spectre, and a Stinger on top of these two Phantoms right now.
So we are going to be on the pause. I believe this is something to at least, or no, it wasn't. It was just the camera there, guys. Apologies for that one. In any case, though, Dubstep still on the operator. Version, I think, he doesn't have his ultimate yet there, but there's the nice little peek. Dubstep could be in a bad spot. If he doesn't hit a shot, it could be the kill, and it will be a charge onto C. Again, this is an opportunity here. They hear Borkum onto the corner there, but they do not flush him out. He still has a flash. Gotta be careful. He gets a 2. He gets a 3. And only leaving it to the hands of Version with the 3 versus 1. He's going to be sneaking up here on Garage, but I believe they know where he is. He still gets the kill, though.
Exactly where
there is a chance, Illustrato. There's a chance right now for him to still keep Version, or sorry, AG Nefarious on game number 1.
Against Borkum and Dispenser. Borkum, who has been hitting everything. I don't think so. Not today. Have been denied one more time, and it's going to be a win here for Bren. They take the first game in the series here in Haven, where